And good evening, sports fans. And I got to tell you, the internet's a little sketchy tonight. So just bear with us, and we'll try and make this happen. It's Wednesday Night Live. It's the Coach AD on the Karl DeMasi Sports Board right here in Coach's Corner, and it's all presented by the Coach's Corner Sports Network. I hope the internet stays up there, AD.
Things we can and can't control in life, and that is the interweb.
Well, anyway, we got a big show coming up tonight. Tonight we're going to visit a man that wears two hats.
He's wearing three hats.
He's wearing three hats now.
Right there. He's got
three hats.
He's got kids.
Well, no, he's in the passenger seat. I hope he's not driving.
Yeah, no,
he's controlling the kids.
The wife is driving. So.
But anyway, he's been, he's the Richmond Hill baseball coach. He graduated there in 2007, and he's done a great job with the baseball program now. He's been named the head coach. Stacy Bennett, longtime coach, stepped down. And during the Bananas Coastal Plain League, the COVID season, he was an umpire. Well, all of a sudden now, he's the guy that's managing the team. He's the Savannah Bananas manager during the Breakfast Bowl exhibition, 9 games with the Bacon. Joining us on the Coach's Corner Internet hot stream, hopefully not, it's a lost stream, the man himself, Richmond High School, the head baseball coach, and now the Bananas exhibition head coach, Scott Strickland. Scott, thanks for coming on.
Hey, pleasure to be on, guys. Pleasure to be on.
So, I mean, how are you wearing all these hats, and now you're doing a little bit in the car too?
Well, yeah. So you know, being a high school head coach, when things pop up, we kind of just go roll with the punches. So a golf cart came available in Augusta, Georgia, and we kind of had to make a move on it. And Booster Club came together, put some money together for us, and we got a pretty sweet deal on a brand new golf cart. So that's one thing. And then coming the Bananas coach, it was kind of a happenstance between us and one of the vice president, Barry Aldridge, is another Armstrong alumni, and he kind of just called me very randomly one day and said, "Hey, what do you think about being the head coach of the Bananas?" I'm like, "What are we talking about? Y'all already got a great head coach." And this, that, and the other. It's like, well, things are happening, and we got a 9-game series coming up, and we need a coach, and you're the first name that came up. And man, I jumped at the opportunity because it's a great opportunity not only for me to network with all these college guys that come in, but even the guys I'm getting to coach, there's a lot of them that are professionals. So it's a great chance for me to grow as a coach.
So nine games here. All right, and you're going back and forth to Macon and then Grayson Stadium. You got your dancing shoes on as well, or you go out to? Are you wearing cowboy boots out there on third base line? What's Coach Strickland going to look like on his attire on third base?
Well, no, it's turfs and baseball pants. Now it's a little different wearing yellow. I'm not used to wearing the yellow baseball pants, but everything else, man, it's just I'm coaching. I'm having fun with the guys. You'll see me and my assistant Chase Parker. We're going to be doing the hockey and stuff like that we do before the game. But other than that, we're trying to get these guys to have a lot of fun.
All right, now let's go back to your real job, which is being a high school teacher, a high school baseball coach. Yep. How is the Bryan County or Richmond Hill School District taking care of the COVID stuff with these guys in school?
Well, it's different, Our new principal, Vivens Miller, came out and said, "Hey, take every year experience of teaching that you have and throw it out the window." I think that's the exact best way to describe our situation. At Richmond Hill, we got a great staff, and we're doing the absolute best we can to manage the online and in school. But it's different. I mean, it takes a long time to just take roll now. Make sure but it's been really good so far.
Well, Scott, in talking about that, I want to go back to the banana side as well. Talk about what it's like, because you got a group of guys probably left over. There are probably not a lot of college guys left. We got a mix of guys coming in. So what's that like? I mean, I guess you got to rely on them as well. Of such a short time to build a relationship, find out their strengths, their weaknesses, and all that to manage them day to day. So how are those conversations like as a coach to how quickly you get to know these guys and make sure you're trying to put them in the right position to be successful.
But baseball is definitely one of those games where you can kind of develop a relationship really quick just through a very short conversation. And I told all the guys, I said, guys, you're here, you're extremely talented for a reason. You were asked to play. Just go out and play the game. And the Lord gave you the ability to play this game, and go out and play it. Well, we're very fortunate to have a really fun bunch of guys. You know, some of them, it's funny when they get there, they're apprehensive about wanting to dance, do all the things that bananas do, and then all of a sudden they forget about the stress of baseball, the stress of going up and trying to get a hit, the stress of a runner on third base. You got a guy with a good curveball pitching at you. They just play with fun and energy, and they have a great time. And they play better. I've had 2 kids that are from Rose College come up to me and say, "Coach, I've never played this good before." Because you're not worried about you. You're playing just to have fun, and you're playing with fans.
I mean, a local guy the other night, I mean, Cal Baker, who I had the pleasure of teaching and coaching at Effingham County High School, 4 for 5. Clint Hardy comes back, a legend from the first year of the Bananas. I mean, it's just been a great concept, a great feeling, and the fans are still loving it.
Oh yeah, so Clint Hardy, I got a relationship dating back to my 2nd or 3rd year when he played at Greenbrier High School. He actually hit a home run to pretty much knock us out of the playoffs, and so he's been teasing me about that a little bit. Cal, of course, playing at a rival, Effingham. I finally told him, said, "Hey man, you get to play for Richmond Hill this time. You're not playing for that mean old E anymore." So it's been really fun. I get to coach Rick Mitchell again. The guy in the cowboy hat. Talk about just a bundle of energy and a huge dirt ball. There's all different kind of guys that, like I said, there's some semi-professional guys in there. Luke Schilling, guy that just, got done with the White Sox and is trying to work his way back. He was up to 97 the other night. I mean, holy cow. There's not many times you come out to a ball game and see somebody throwing 97. So it's been fun.
Oh, he was bringing it. He was bringing it. I wouldn't step in the box against that guy.
No, and he's still raw. He's coming back from an injury, so he's not necessarily, as my old coach Roberts would say, he's not hitting every dot on the bingo board right now. So he's going to get honed in, but I think he's going to have a chance to get picked up here soon.
Well, Scott, talk about with this experience, what's been one of the most unique things that you've seen just being within the Bananas organization for this very brief time? What's been something just you've been able to take from them that being on the inside now and not being a fan on the outside that you've got to see?
Man, I'll tell you what, Jesse runs an absolute first-class organization. You talk about a place that after all the madness gets done and they do all the stunts, every single home game, they stop, they decompress, they evaluate what happens, and they come together like a family. It really is a really, really cool atmosphere, and it bleeds into the players. I mean, Jesse comes in and treats them just like they've been there for a month and a half, and opens the doors for them, tries to get them to have the most fun possible and have a great experience. It really is a great atmosphere that Jesse creates. Of course, that's the man in the yellow tux, right?
You got that right. You're watching Wednesday Night Live, the coach and the AD on a Karl DeMasi Sports Report. We're talking to the Breakfast Bowl Savannah Bananas head coach Scott Strickland, who during the school year he's a Richmond Hill High School teacher and the baseball coach at Richmond Hill High School. I got a question for you. You going to take any of these concepts to your high school team?
Man, I really the idea of I don't think in high school it's the things they do in between innings. It's just not. It's not something that we could do. But I'll tell you what, the having fun and Jesse actually brought up a pretty good analogy to me the other day. We were sitting around talking about just having fun and tricking guys into having great at bats or great plays or whatever just because they're trying to have fun. He said Pete Rose, leading hitter in the MLB, most hits ever. He's also the same guy with the most at bats, and it's not even close to the guy behind him. And I believe it's Hank Aaron, who's the guy with the second most at bats. So all these guys get so worked up about, failing one time, and they get so wrapped up into their emotions in high school. And these guys just relax and focus on the moment and have fun with it. They play so much better. I'm definitely going to take that to Richmond Hill with me.
Well, that's great, man. Let's talk about your umpiring abilities and your umpire skills. So how did that develop? Where did that come from? Just naturally coming from being a coach, or is it something that, hey, your family did, someone else did, and you just kind of how'd that develop?
So I was very, very blessed. Sometimes blessed to be the son of an umpire. And my father's been an umpire for as long as I can remember, and he, for better or worse, always is telling me I did something wrong or right by the rule book growing up, and it was something that I developed a really good relationship with the game and the rules, and my dad kind of nurtured that, and I loved umpiring. If college baseball wouldn't have worked out for me, and I had a great experience, if that wouldn't have worked, I probably would have gone into professional umpiring, because I absolutely love it. Just everything about the game, and it's not that you even. I wish more people would umpire. I really do, because when I get back there, I'm only 31, but when you look at the umpires and where we're at today, they're really hurting for guys that are my age. Nobody wants to get back there and get yelled at anymore, but I kind of love it. I mean, you got to love it, or you don't do it. And, I don't get to do it very much often anymore, being a coach. And, Georgia high school doesn't let you umpire and be a high school coach. So I can't do it as much as I'd like to. But when opportunities come up, I love to get back there and see a good guy, a good arm, really dotted up. It's quite an experience to be back there with somebody absolutely hammers a baseball with a wooden bat. It's quite an experience if you've never done it before. So if I had one word to try to get the word out, if you love baseball, umpire, because we need great umpires.
Now, I don't know if you ever got yourself caught up into this year or whenever you've been umpiring. I moved down here and I couldn't find a baseball job because of the way football and basketball worked out. So I started umpiring. I got myself caught up in the game sometimes. Like, hey, it's first and third. What's this guy going to do in the other dugout? I mean, and it got me in trouble a couple of times because I'm thinking about the situation. And like you said, I had a chance of Adam Wainwright. My second year here, Adam Wainwright was thrown for Glen Academy against Johnson High School. I'm telling you right now, I just loved it. And there's adrenaline in it. But like you said, if you're going to umpire, you got to just have fun with it. You can't have that you put on a jersey and you're the almighty ruler on the field, whether it be soccer, basketball, football, baseball. You got to be personable with these people. And that's what I think most of our referees and our umpires miss. They're not personable.
No, yeah, and I think that's something that they're missing. I think it's a generational gap that the umpires are. I mean, everybody's getting older, but we didn't get that flood of umpires with guys that were passionate and were fun with it sometimes. But it's getting better with the umpires we're getting. And, I try to do my best to help them out and help them grow the game in any way possible. So, I tell my dad all the time, I said, listen, I try to make my kids umpire. I stick my Richmond Hill baseball players behind the plate and make them experience it, because it's something that they don't have a respect for. So they just see on TV, Bobby Cox back in his day, just go out and chew the umpire for every single thing they did wrong. And then you flip the script and put them in those umpire shoes, you find that they're not going to argue much anymore because it's tough.
Just give him Earl Weaver, too.
Oh, yeah, Earl. Oh, there's some good YouTube clips that you can't play on cable TV.
So, hey, well, talk about the cargo you got with you tonight. Talk about your family, because they got to be just so uber supportive of you.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, one is a coach, two, taking on the banana thing and everything. So talk about your family and how they've been able to just really let you grow as a coach. And, I mean, you got to have a great support system. You got your family and your kids behind you. Talk about them a little bit.
She doesn't want to be on camera, but that one right there that's driving my truck right now, absolutely makes it all work for me. I mean, she's the one that when I'm not home, she's with the kids. She's the one that redesigns her schedule for me, um, and she makes it all work. And I try to do that for her, but she really knocks it out of the park. I'm only so it's one of those things that uh, you, you really don't in the moment. You don't have the vision of it, but I'm telling you right now, I wouldn't be where I am today without this lady sitting beside me, pushing me, and 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 supporting me. I mean, she really is the. Uh, sometimes she really is the real Coach Strickland because when I need to hear it, she lets me hear it, and when I needed some support, she's always there for me. So we were high school sweethearts from Richmond Hill. So I mean, it's worked out. She's put up with me for this long. I don't know how.
Well, Coach, behind every good guy, a good man, a good husband is a great woman, a great wife. So you got to give it to her.
No, listen, hey, she's a nurse. She works for St. Joseph Candler, so she's dealing with this mess like you wouldn't believe, all the COVID stuff in the hospitals. So I mean, day to day, you wouldn't even know it's any different with her. She really is awesome. Couldn't do it without her.
And you're watching the Coach and the AD on the Karl DeMasi Sports Report right here in the center of the universe, Coach's Corner, and it's all part of the Coach's Corner Network. All right, I got a question for you. I mean, I couldn't see it. Pico was doing a great job with his whiteboard in Macon the other night. Ryan Klesko had to come in and throw to a batter. How do you coach against a legend Brave?
Brett, you're breaking up, guys. I can't hear you quite good. Say that again.
I said the other night in Macon, Ryan Klesko had to come in and pitch to one batter. How do you coach against a legend?
Oh, I'll tell you what. That guy, when I first met him, you see people on TV and he's not that big, but you walk next to Ryan Klesko, that's a large human. Yes. He actually took some swings the other day in BP, and let me tell you, he can still hit it. But yeah, if he gets up there, I mean, some of our guys, it's so funny. They have no idea who he is. And, the Bananas announcer, announced him as Sid Bream the first night. Trying to pick at him a little bit. But one of the guys was like, "Who's Sid Bream, Coach? Why is that funny?" I'm like, man, how do these guys not know this? But you forget how young they are. But Ryan's a great guy. He's having fun with it over there. It's a fun little rivalry.
All right, hopefully they come back. But it's the Coach and AD, the Karl DeMasi Sports Report. Chad Griffin, Karl DeMasi. We're here every Saturday morning, every Wednesday night. Part of the Coach's Corner Sports Network. If you watched previously from 6 to 7, it was Rubbin' and Grubbin', Coach's Corner other show. And they deal with strictly NASCAR and talking about Daytona and the Indy 500. And I'm losing money every week. And we're trying to get Scott back here. But here he is. Okay, Coach.
Hey, we're back. Sorry, we're driving through Millen.
Okay,
Steve, Georgia now.
You're talking about Ryan Klesko and Sid Bream, and these young guys don't know him.
Yeah, they just don't know him, and it's like that guy played in the World Series. So the other day, it's a Ryan Klesko thing, and I'm a pitcher, so obviously I show the at bat against Mariano Rivera in the World Series, where Mariano Rivera carves his bat 3 times in one at bat, breaks 3 bats. I think that's hilarious. So of course, me being a baseball guy, I walk up and ask Ryan about it. Ryan just kind of shook his head, goes, "Yeah, had to make a trip to the old bat bag after that." Said, "You had to make it 4 times." He's an awesome guy. I mean, he's such a genuinely nice person too. To do what he's doing and to go up and he'll chalk it up with anybody. I mean, there's some guys that play big league ball that aren't like that. So we're very fortunate. I'm very fortunate to coach against a guy like that, but they're very fortunate to play against him.
Well, hey, talk about, going back to this year and start of the school year. The talk is always COVID right now. We talk about it as coaches.
I'm losing y'all again.
We get up in the morning, we talk about COVID. We go to bed thinking about COVID. talk about as hopefully things progress throughout the year. I mean, baseball seems a far way off right now. We lost last season in the spring because of COVID, and it seems like it's far away. But in saying that, are you starting your development or your 4-on-1s with your guys earlier this year because of what you lost in the spring?
Oh yeah, we started our 4-on-1s actually yesterday, and I have two great assistant coaches that picked up because I'm on the road going to get a golf cart for the field. They picked up and started running their 4-on-1s today, and they're doing a great job of that. Trying to build, and I think we're going to try to figure out a way to let some dads run some games and some pickup games this year. And I really, really hope Georgia High School can find a way to give us something in the fall, because our sophomore and junior class last year was very talented, and they lost an entire season to develop. So in ways, they're still sophomores and juniors right now, where they should be juniors and seniors with the reps they should have gotten. So I hope Georgia High School figures something out so we can get out and actually be with our whole team in the fall. Crossing my fingers for it. But we're going to do our best. I'm a big believer in every single problem you have can be fixed in the weight room. So we're in there twice a day. They lift during school, and they lift at 6 o'clock in the morning with me in the morning. So we get after it in the weight room, and we're going to try our best to work on our skills and some individual stuff to make ourselves better fundamentally and in the fall. And we're going to go after it in the spring. We're going to try to stay safe too. We're going to try to wear masks. Try to work in smaller groups. Try not to get into the big groups. So if we do have a positional group go down, we're going to try to continue to practice. Keep people separate as best we can.
I got a question for you. Coaching philosophy. You played for a legend, great guy, great Yankee fan, even though they took it on the chin tonight against the Braves in Game 1. But Joe Roberts and Calvin Culberson, two unbelievable guys. What did you take from those two guys, especially Joe Roberts?
Man, so Joe Roberts has got a really, really special place in my heart. After pretty much getting released from Augusta State and coming back to Armstrong, and he kind of opened his arms and said, we want you to be you. You always pitched well against us at Augusta. Just come here and be you, be your own person, and just, play your heart out. And he let me play. He didn't try to change me. He didn't try to mold me into something that he envisioned. He just let me be the guy that he recruited me to come and be. So I really take that from him, of letting players play their game. Don't try to change them. Don't try to make them into something that you want them. Let them do what impresses on. And then the second thing, Coach Roberts, and if you've ever seen Coach Roberts coach, would hardly move during the game.
Never moved.
There was some times where Joe would not lift his head off the pole. And good, bad, indifferent, he was always even keel. And that's something that I'm still working on as a young coach, trying not to ride that emotional roller coaster, because it's tough in baseball. When a kid does something that you worked on hundreds of times, and whether it's mental or physical, man, you want to go out there and try to fix it right away. But I learned from Coach, you can't fix it in a game.
It's your turn. I took the last drop.
Well, he's right. He played for two guys at Armstrong that are just been there forever, legends in the game. And that's what you do as a coach. You bring everything. I mean, you take a bit of everywhere you've been, good or bad. Whether it's Augusta or wherever you're at, you take that and you build that into who you are.
Yeah. When
you get to move that 17 inches over and become the guy. And he's obviously had the success to do that. So, Coach, we were talking about, how you develop, like you said, what you take from those guys to develop your personality as a coach. And you talked about being more even keel as you go. And I guess we're all technically young coaches. I mean, I don't know what you want to define young anymore from that standpoint. But it is. You take the good and the bad from everywhere you've been as a coach growing up or playing for somebody, and you say, hey, when I'm the guy and I move the 17 inches over to be the guy, this is what I want my program to look like. We're just losing. He's in Millen, Georgia.
It's going to be tough.
If you've never been to Millen, great little place, but not a lot
in the middle of nowhere.
But not a lot of cell service. So we'll try it. Yeah, he's trying to jump back on.
I'm back.
Yeah, we know where you're at.
We know where you're at. You're in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, we get it, man.
Yeah.
So just talk about a little bit of pieces you've taken from the places you've been to develop your personal style as a coach.
Yeah, you definitely have to morph yourself every time you get to work with somebody. You know, Stacy did a great job with me, and I had to mold myself into being a really good assistant coach for Coach Bennett. I learned a lot from him. He was a tremendous influence on me. Pretty much all of my coaches, even going to Skip Fight back up to Augusta. He coached with a lot of intensity. So I try to take some of that into how I coach.
All right, we'll make this quick. So I know you got things to do. You're looking for places quickly. Even though it's a new Bananas team, and even though it's a new Macon team, is that rivalry still there?
Oh yeah, the rivalry is definitely still there. Even some of the returning players, they don't like the Bacon, and the Bacon don't like the Bananas, and their fans very much so don't like the Bananas. It's actually kind of fun to coach against.
And how much did they clean up that stadium in Macon? Because I remember when I went to Dom's senior year, way back in 2011, he played in the All-Star game up there. That place was a hole in the wall.
Yeah, there's that. It's actually a stadium now. Down the left field line, down the right field line. There's a whole bunch of bleacher creatures down there now, and they're right on top of you. There ain't nowhere to hide. Our right fielder was hearing about it the whole night. But yeah, so it's a really nice stadium. I think the history behind it's really cool.
Oh, it is.
Being an old Negro League field, all the history that's soaked in there. Our guys had no idea. I felt like when we got off the bus, I told them, I said, "Hey guys, we got to go in the locker room and get ready. You got to stop taking pictures." It's something that they stopped and they were taking in the history of seeing everything that was on the walls, all the players that have played there.
Yeah, because when we were there, the plaques were down, everything was missing. It was just a place to play the Georgia Athletic Coach Association All-Star game because it was centrally located. But I haven't been back out there since 2011.
Yeah, the field is actually a pretty good playing surface. I think Grayson might be a little bit better. Maybe I'm just being a home banana, I guess. But the field itself is a great surface. The stadium's fun. They've done a great job with this little rivalry and this breakfast bowl.
Well, Coach, we appreciate your time, and I know you're busy. Thank you for taking time traveling to Millen and being with your family and building with us tonight. Hey, best of luck. Keep doing what you're doing. Thanks for taking on the managerial job of Savannah Bananas. Keep frying that bacon for us. And, we'll talk to you on the other side there.
Yes. Come out and see us Thursday and Friday. Friday and Saturday. And Thursday we're on the road to Macon. So.
Well, I'll be there Friday. I got a little interest.
Yeah, there's somebody going to be on that mound again. Yeah, I think I know who that is. Yeah.
And Coach, how many kids you have, Coach?
How many kids? I have 2. I got Reagan.
Boy and girl?
Hi, Ray. Reagan. Can you say hey?
Hey.
And then I got Slade right there. That's my future home run hitter.
Nice.
Well, take it from an old guy. It goes quick, and every minute I can enjoy watching it. I'm going to soak it up, and I appreciate what you're doing. And once again, perfect guy for the job. Go Bananas.
I appreciate it. Hey, go Bananas and go Wildcats. Appreciate it, guys. See y'all.
Thank you, Coach. Appreciate you,
Thanks,
man.
Coach.
Yep.
See ya.
I mean, just a young, energetic guy, 31 years old, and I consider that young. And he's doing a great job. I mean, the Richmond Hill High School, and, he umpired a lot of the Coastal Plain League games. So Don said to me one day, he says, do you remember who the umpire is? I said, yeah, it's Scott Strickland, because he played for the Party Animals.
Yeah.
And I said, you remember, he tried working in trying to get you throw the ball a little harder with Coach Bennett. He goes, I know who he is, Dad. So it was a lot of fun. And hey, small world comes back in the circle. He's playing for Strickland now.
Yeah, I know. It's a cool thing. Scott's done a great job. What I think is really cool is, he's a lifer in Richmond Hill, and he'll be a lifer. Grew up in that area, married high school sweetheart. Back in at Richmond Hill High School, teaching and coaching, and great thing I always hear about Scott is how he impacts lives with his players. And so, hey, great job, Scott. Keep on doing it, man. And glad to have you on tonight. And a couple more games there. And Bananas, like you said, Jessica and those guys are just a first-class organization, doing everything the right way. Don't matter if you're there for 2 weeks or 2 months. They treat you the same. And so, hats off once again to Bananas.
I mean, he fits right in there. He fits right in there. He fits the part. You got to love Jesse Cole, Emily Cole, Jared Orton, Barry Aldridge, Biko, the Shark, all the people that are involved in it. And I mean, it's just great. So, all right, quickly, I can't lose tonight. Well, I already lost the first game. I got the Yankees playing the Braves. Ronald Acuna's back. Garrett Cole gets his first loss.
Anderson. That's a big win, man. For Anderson coming out, making his major league debut against Garrett Cole and getting a W, that's huge.
Mizuno hit a third-inning home run off of Cole. Swanson hit a third-inning home run off of Cole. Acuna, fifth inning, first inning off of Cole. I mean, just hey, the Braves look good. And what bothered me the most, Chad, it wasn't on the TV. I had to go to the radio.
I know, man. Which is nice.
It's a doubleheader. It's the Braves. They're on Fox Sports South.
They are for the second game. I don't know why they weren't on there for the first game. I don't understand that.
It just killed me. They weren't on there the first game. So
hopefully, I'm not being able to see the score on the second game. So is it started yet?
Yeah. Let's see. We'll go right back.
Give us an update here on the Karl DeMasi Sports Report. Live at the Coach's Corner. We'll give you a Braves update.
Middle of second, it's 0-0.
Goose eggs there in a second. But 2 hours and 5 minutes first game. 7-8.
Here's another question I got for you. We're so hung up on 9 innings. 7 innings, 2 hours, you're out of there. What's the difference between 7 innings and 9 innings?
6 hours.
You want to make the game fun. You want to make the game go faster. And then you throw some banana stuff, not the banana ball.
I don't think you're going to hear Major League players complaining either. I think they like the fact, hey, 7 innings. I mean, think about the double headers. I mean, from that standpoint, because that's what the Yankees were talking about earlier. Aaron Boone was like, I think they're playing 3 double headers in the next 3 days, 4 days, something like that.
It's going to be a lot.
Yeah, and so, but yeah, man, here we go. We're on the COVID roller coaster. We're going. Baseball is going. Hey, Georgia High School football starts next week. Got a clearance again today.
What do you mean? We go over the bridge. South Carolina Independent Schools. They all start this weekend.
Yeah, South Carolina Independent Schools.
Hilton Head Prep, Hilton Head Christian. Dorchester's coming in. Who else is over there? What is it? Buford Academy. So they're all kicking it off over there. So football's going to start this weekend over on the Hilton and Island side of the bridge, and then the following Friday night.
Well, I think it's next Wednesday, Thursday. Cookie Kelp starts up in Atlanta.
Are they playing it?
Yeah, they're doing it at different venues, kind of all over the place. But Corky Kell will get kicked off. They'll be the first games in the state of Georgia next week. And Alabama and Tennessee started last weekend. So.
Yeah, and I got to say one thing, though. You're going to miss a voice on Friday nights. The Georgia High School Scoreboard Show, Tommy Palmer, due to his health, will not be doing it. From what I hear, talking to our buddy John Nelson, he says anytime we want him on, he wants to come on.
Let's do it.
So
let's do that next Wednesday.
He
Get
said,
him on here.
He said, definitely. He'll definitely do it. He said that 680 The Fan has a contract with Georgia High School. Because it is a Georgia High School State Association property, the Friday Night Scoreboard Show.
Yeah.
So they gave it to 680 The Fan. I don't know who the 3 guys are. I never heard of them. So we'll see what happens if we have it here in Savannah. But it's going to be tough because, I mean, there's no doubt in my mind, as long as I live here, as long as other people are still here, Friday Night Football without Tommy Palmer, the voice of Georgia High School football, is going to be tough.
I tell you, man, that is what, when I first got to Georgia and first started traveling with Calvary, and we get back in the car on the bus, everybody, didn't matter where if you're driving through Millen, Georgia, Stillmore with ECI, wherever you're coming from, you were trying to find the station to hear Tommy Palmer in the scoreboard show with Georgia High School. It was just, I mean, you just can't beat it. And, I mean, everybody's still going to be trying to find it, but, man, it's going to be hard to place that voice.
I guess I'm not going to be the coastal correspondent.
They're going to figure that out, man. We got to get. That's the thing that does worry me a little bit is, football. I worry about everything else that Atlanta gets control of. I'm just being honest. That it seems like one thing that we always could rely on was South Georgia Score Report, especially 7A, man, with Colquitt, Lee, Lowndes, all those guys, all the big South schools.
Yep.
You can always look forward to getting those reports, and you just wonder how that's going to work out with now it being in Atlanta.
All right, well, it's time to get out of here. Saturday show. We'll be back here Saturday. Don't forget, the Coach's Corner is also all music. The Soundgarden. Tomorrow night, we have the Nashville Nights, okay, sponsored by Kicks 96 FM. They're going to feature Austin Neal and Savannah Road. So we got two bands playing tomorrow night in the Soundgarden. Friday night, we come back with Thomas Claxton and the Myth. And then Saturday, it's always a night to remember.
Yeah.
That's the man's ending, okay? Andrew Gill and Friends. Andrew Gill and the Friends will be in the Soundgarden on Saturday night. So our show, so far I have two people that not coming on, but our Athletes of the Week is going to be something special. We got the three young ladies who have signed or have committed to play volleyball at the next level. Okay, your girl.
Tinley Smeltzer going to College of Charleston.
And then we got the two girls that just committed to go play at Georgia Southern. We got Logan Jones and we got Christy Jordan from the Havisham School. Logan Jones from Savannah Christian. So we'll have three players of the week on Saturday. I'm excited about that. He'll be at a little baseball tournament, through the internet. The internets.
Interweb.
Okay, interweb. He'll be here hosting a show with me. I'll be sitting outside by myself. But once again, what's more is there to say? We're going to start playing. Football's going to start this weekend.
Yeah, man, excited to see all that coming back and see how it goes. And we're just going to take it day by day and keep at it. So it's here. And like I was talking to a couple of ADs today, we're just talking about all the craziness of what we have to do with COVID. But at the end of the day, we said, you know what? If this is what we got to do to play, AD and I from Frederick Academy are talking about just our numbers and how many people they will allow in. We go play down there. And he's like, and I said, listen, man, at the end of the day, I don't care. Because it's not about me. It's not about so that football game can go on without fans for all I care about as long as these kids get to play, and especially these seniors. More importantly than anything else, is these seniors get these moments. That's why we're doing it.
That's what it is. And there's some states that are not going to start till the spring semester with their sports. So we'll see what happens. Remember, I'd like to thank our sponsor, John Henderson, Adele Henderson, right here at Coach's Corner. The universe.
Center of the sports universe.
Center of the sports universe, okay? He's got it down pat. I got to learn it. But once again, it's always a lot of fun here being on Wednesday nights and and Saturday mornings. So remember, every Wednesday night, it's the Coach and AD right here from the Coach's Corner. Don't forget, from 6 to 7, we got the other Coach's Corner Sports Network show, Rubbin' and Grubbin'.
Rubbin' and Grubbin'.
They're on the Coach's Corner Facebook page. They do a great job. Bandon Baines and Dan Foles, and, of course, the man himself, Lawrence Bennett. Got to thank him. Keeps the lights up.
Keeps the lights on like Motel 6. Keeps
the lights on for us so we can do this, and we'll be back Saturday morning. So until Saturday morning, whatever you may be doing, always hit it in the park. And we hope that it's been your best week ever. So mask. Remember, wear the mask if you want these kids to play.
Wear your mask. Wash your hands.
He didn't leave us the hand sanitizer. Spritz. Okay.
Have your best day.
Have a good one. God bless. And we're out of here.
See ya.